Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to some breaking news, emerging news regarding the Cody Rhodes situation, and what a situation it is. This was absolutely massive. It was like an atomic bomb going off in the wrestling world. Obviously, Cody Rhodes leaving AEW. This being confirmed by Cody and by Tony Khan on Twitter. That's actually not what we're here to talk about. That news broke yesterday, but there's obviously been more developments, and there is a bit of news that's come through. This coming from Wade Keller, who has obviously been in wrestling for a very, very long time. He has got a little statement. He's got a lot of connections, a lot of sources on both sides, and he's got a very interesting article that's out. This, I believe, was on his podcast. I've got a screen grab here, and you can see Vince McMahon reportedly has big plans for Cody Rhodes. Now, I know you might look at that and go, that's not very big news, right? All things considered. Bear with me. Because WWE Chairman, CEO Vince McMahon is planning to give Cody Rhodes a major match at WrestleMania if Codes was to return. So that is from Wade Keller of the Pro Wrestling Torch. And as I said, he has been around a long time. He's got connections on both sides. There's been a little bit of talk from people where there seems to be a degree of people that still aren't quite buying that this is happening. They believe this to be a work. And I don't, to be honest. I don't think this is a work. I think we're hearing too much on both sides. So if this is a work, then it's a work that's going to include Cody seemingly actually going to WWE for a while. I mean, honestly, could it be a long game where they send Cody to WWE, send him there for a few years, and then he goes back to AEW? I mean, if I was Vince, one of the first things I'd be doing is tying Cody down to a very long contract to ensure that that's not the case. But I don't think that's what's happening. I think Cody wanted more money from AEW. I think he wanted a bit more from a company that he helped set up. And seemingly he wasn't getting what he wanted, and as a result, and obviously a few other rumors about falling out backstage with certain people, lots of talk about how people weren't happy how Cody was booking himself. I think this has been kind of rumbling and building for a while. A lot of talk about that, and seemingly this pay dispute has been the straw that broke the camel's back. So, yeah, it seems like he's going to WWE. It is just worth mentioning in the same article, Wade Keller does actually go on to say that Cody and WWE haven't confirmed it, but Cody is going to WWE and he is going to get a big push. Vince apparently is very, very excited about this. So what I would say is if there's anyone out there thinking that this isn't going to happen, everything is pointing towards it is. And everything is pointing towards this isn't a work. The other thing as well is that anyone out there that's thinking he's going to go to NXT, this video obviously is aimed at addressing that as well. That's not what is being discussed. It's looking like he's going to go to the main card and get a good push. There's no talk of the opponent, but if I was Vince, I would want to be putting him in there against some sort of authority figure. I would want to tell the story of Cody coming back and the authority not being happy with that, be it Triple H, which would be a dream match, but is a match we're not going to get because obviously Triple H has had like pretty serious heart problems. So that's not going to happen. Ironically, maybe the next level down from Triple H would have been a Shane McMahon. Shane McMahon against Cody Rhodes. Maybe that's not everyone's dream match for Cody at WrestleMania, but it does make sense, and there is a story that could have been told there. Granted, I know the match would not be to everyone's taste, and it's not one of those, Cody versus Roman, Cody versus Finn, Cody versus Seth dream matches, but we're just talking about a way of bringing him back and what would be the right first story. And I really think that him against an authority figure, there is another curveball, Adam Pearce. Adam Pearce has been in an authority role We know that there's talk of him potentially having a match. He's a fantastic wrestler. He was a great wrestler on the indie scene and did a lot outside of WWE. Multiple-time NWA champion. So he can go. Make no mistake about that. He can work. He's a great, great wrestler. You might have noticed, is a bit bigger recently as well. There's been a lot of talk of Adam Pearce actually stepping in the ring. And Adam Pearce is that kind of authority figure, kind of standing up for Vince and standing up for the authority against Cody, who's now coming in, seemingly from the competition. Maybe still working with the competition. It really depends what story you want to tell, because the other thing is that obviously Vince could bring Cody in as someone that works for him, but I don't think Cody wants to turn heel. I don't think, we've been looking at Cody on AEW for a while, and it kind of feels like Cody very much enjoys being the face, and I think, he's going to want to know that he is going to have potentially a title run. He's going to want to know that they're going to use him as a main event star. He is not going to want to come back as Stardust. I'm sorry if there's any Stardust stands out there that were hoping that Stardust might return. But he's going to want the right money. He's going to want the right kind of creative. He's going to want the right assurances. And then I think we're up and running. And it's very, very exciting news. As we said, a lot of these bits of information coming from Wade Keller, they came from like 4+ hours of conversations that he had with sources on both sides. This is not just AEW that are saying, yeah, Cody's gone. It's WWE sources saying, yeah, Cody is coming, and that conversations have been happening between Cody and Vince McMahon. And as we said, it looks like WrestleMania is going to be maybe not the first time we see him. He's got no non-compete or anything, so he could arrive like next week. He could rock up and be on a Raw or a SmackDown, and we could start the build as soon as. And to be perfectly honest, they need help selling tickets. I don't believe WrestleMania is still sold out. They've got 2 days of WrestleMania that they need to try and sell. Dropping in and advertising a Cody Rhodes match, giving it a good build, giving it a good story, I think would make a lot of sense. You could go down the surprise angle. You could certainly go down that and then reveal Cody that way, but everyone would know who it is, because this, I don't know if you've noticed, is not a secret. So I don't think it really makes much sense to do the surprise angle. I think what you would do is debut him before, get him involved in a story, get people excited for his potentially first match in WWE, but it seems like he is going to be heavily involved with WrestleMania. So that news coming from Wade Keller, as we said, and obviously the mind now just starts to kind of go into dream match mode about all the different things that we could see. As we said, let me know in the comments below, how would you bring Cody in? What would you have him do at WrestleMania? Because it certainly seems like everything's pointing towards him having either his first appearance or first match at the grandest stage of them all. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If so, leave a like, hit that subscribe, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.